Hello everyone. So I am here today to do my last video for today because I am starting to get hungry and I haven't had my coffee yet. So I'm just like out of it right now. This is actually for the what is it, names pronunciation prompt, which I was like, oh, that'd be interesting to see answers to, especially since I have heard these companies pronounced different ways. I have the list here in front of me, so if my eyes keep going down, it's because I'm looking at it. So I'm going to just begin with I'm just going to look through and pronounce the ones that how I pronounce them, and then also give the other pronunciations I've heard. Um, I honestly, to be fair, most of these we're just kind of shooting in the dark here. We like they're I feel like we keep settling on pronunciation, but to be perfectly honest, just because we settle on one doesn't mean it's right. So, like how I pronounce them, I really cannot ever say they're right. Just like if someone pronounces them the other ways, I can never tell them they're wrong because, like, really, how can you even do that when there's really no way of 100% knowing? I mean, there are some things I pronounce wrong, apparently without knowing, because I just watched Winnie's BJD's response to this, and I have heard people say Minifee. And I was like, is that how you're supposed to say it? But I always hear it pronounced Minifee. So, like, I don't know. The problem with English as a whole is we pronounce things exactly how they look. Uh, like, there could be accent marks all over it, and we just pronounce it how it looks because English looks how it sounds. It's why it's confusing to other people. Because, like, we spell things literally, and they'll look at it and go to pronounce it, but, like, it's literal to us. That doesn't mean it's literal to other people. So, um, so yes, I'm going to just go down the list and, like, stop on the ones that I know have alternate pronunciations. Like, for instance, Ariadol. That's how I pronounce it. It's also been pronounced Ariadol. I don't know which one is which. Is right. Let's see. There is Babobi, which I have heard the other way, which is I call it Babobi. I have heard Bobobi, which is hard for me to say, so that's why I don't want to say it that way. I yeah, and then going down the list, there's of course Krobidol, which I've heard pronounced Krabby as well. I say Kroby whenever I talk about them. There's Decadol, which I've heard is Dicadol, and I've actually said it as Dicadol several times, but after looking for it after a while and after saying Decadol a lot, I was like, that doesn't sound like that's it. So I switched it to Decadol, and that sounds more like what I thought they were going for. But again, don't know. But I pronounce it Decadol now. Let's see, going down the list. I don't know why. Again, I haven't had my coffee. I am so sorry. There's Goodrow, which I've heard also as Goodrue. I don't know which one is which, and of course, I think the row part of it, the REAU, that's off like a language, possibly French, not sure. So it's probably supposed to be pronounced whichever way it's said there, but I pronounce it Goodrow. There's Hujo, which people also called Huju. Um, on that one, honestly, I'm not sure which one but there is two ways to pronounce it. I say Hujo. Um, there's Eiffel House. I say Eiffel House. I think it is supposed to be Eiffel House, but I always go by Eiffel House because that's what it looks like to me. But I agree with WennieBJD that I think it's supposed to be the other way. But I can't seem to change it now. Every time I go to say their name, I say it the way I say it. Leak World. I have heard that pronounced leaky world. And sometimes when people will just say leak, they will say leaky. I say leak when I shorten it, or leak world. I'm not sure which one is right on that one. So, but I say leak world. I think it's because it comes out better on my face. Sometimes with words that like I don't know the actual pronunciation of, I will go with the version that sounds the best coming out of my face. And even if it's wrong, I know that's super stupid, but it's true. That's what wins every time. Um, like for example, Lutz. A lot of people, including um, a close friend of mine, Ryu, she goes by Rio, she pronounced it Lutz. And a lot of people, because of her, pronounces it that way. And that's probably maybe how it should be said, but I say Lutz every single time. Can't seem to help it. Midgie doll is how I pronounce it. I don't say Maggie doll, but I say Midgie doll. And I'm trying to look through to see what else I can see on here. I'm not seeing any more after that are said like different ways. Though I will pronounce, for some reason, Pippos. That's what I call it. I don't know if that's exactly right though. That's another one of those ones where I look at it and that's like the sense it makes to me, but that doesn't mean it's right. And but in the rest of the list, I'm not seeing many others that I see pronounced different ways, and that could be a lot of times people aren't saying them out loud. When I see them typed, I pronounce them a certain way, but they're probably some of them are, super obvious, like Soul Doll and Spirit Doll. I find Zoom super obvious, though I wouldn't be surprised if someone says it a completely different way. But yeah, that's all I can think of for the pronunciation on those, and I will be happy to see other people's, because it's interesting how we pronounce things, but on some of them I think we've kind of like come to an unspoken agreement on how they are pronounced, but but I will say, like, I I found out recently, like, I've been thinking about the Minifee situation and realizing that, yeah, that is how you're supposed to say it. There is actually an accent mark on it to actually make you pronounce it that way. I wonder that for feeples as well, because I've heard that two different ways. I've heard it feeple and feeple or something. I can't remember the exact other pronunciation, but if someone can help with that. I call them feeple because, of course, me looking at it, that's how it looks like to me. But I believe there's an accent mark in that as well. But that doesn't mean I know how to pronounce it. And now I'm like, oh, maybe I should start calling it its actual name. But every time I look at it, it just says feeple. So yeah. And also WennieBJD's video, she put one for besides the Minifee, she did one for Unoa, which I call it Unoa. It may be Unoa, like you actually say the U, but I kind of combined the U and the N into a thing. I don't know why, but I do. And so yeah. That's all I can think of for the pronunciation prompt. If anyone thinks of anything else, I will probably also do a video pronouncing those things. It's funny that mold names can sound so different and from what's written. And yeah, that's definitely, like, it's such an English thing because we really, really do go by how things look at face value when it comes to words, because we have a very certain way we put our words. We are very literal about it. So, yeah. So, that's all for this prompt. I am going to go finally eat my breakfast, even though it is friggin' past 1 o'clock. And, so yeah, I'll talk to you later.